Hello, welcome to Explore Within Coaching. I'm Oceana. Today I want to talk to you about the difference between feeling the burn and hurting yourself. And there is a difference. As some people know, I underwent gastric bypass surgery back in August. And as a result, I've had to start to rebuild the muscle in my core, as well as deal with weight loss and building muscle in my body. So that's been a bit of a journey. It started off with just being able to walk. And during walking, I would really notice my core being pulled. And so it was important to me that I started building that core up because I really want to get back to pole dancing. I had started doing that just prior to surgery, and it was something that made my body feel amazing. I had no idea what a fantastic workout pole dancing was. And not that I'm good at it. Hell, I didn't even get up the pole. But what I noticed was that my body started getting stronger very, very quickly. And I want to get back to that. I want to get back to working out with the pole and using my body's resistance and its weight to help build my body to be stronger. So I started water aerobics. And when I first started, it was mostly treading water and, trying to just hold my core and keep myself above water. And that was fantastic. However, as time has gone on, I've started adding more things to my water aerobics routine. And what started off as, like an hour of treading water, which sounds amazing, but really wasn't doing a lot to build my muscles, and it wasn't doing a lot to raise my heart rate. So I started doing some running in the pool. And I started with the width of the pool, and I would go from one end running forward and then hit that end and then turn, like, go running backwards until I hit my butt against the wall and then run forward. And I would do that a few times back and forth and, start to get the heart rate up. And then I was doing a few squats, and I was doing some water crunches, and, just these little pieces in making a routine. And when I first started, it was a lot because, of course, I was starting from a much weaker standpoint. And now that I've started to build this muscle up, and now that I'm starting to get stronger, I've had to start making an actual routine. And as part of this routine, I do 5-minute intervals of each of the exercises. So my routine starts off with running from one end of the pool down to the other end, run backwards, and then go forwards, and then run backwards. And I do that for 5 minutes. And near the end of the 5 minutes, the legs are burning pretty good. The arms, which I've kept underwater, are starting to feel the resistance of the move. And then, I move into the next exercise, and I go into the next exercise and keep doing these exercises. So it's like the running, the lunges. There are some arm exercises. There's some stomach crunches. There's an exercise called T and A, and that's where you're in the deeper end of the pool, and you put your arms out like a T, and when you bring your arms down, you bring your legs out like an A. And so it's just this T, A, T, A. I like to have fun with that, tits and ass. And it's been good. In the last couple of weeks, I've upped my intensity again. And with this upping of the intensity, I'm feeling the burn in my body, but I'm also having the resistance in my mind. My monkey mind is telling me that I can't do this. My monkey mind is telling me that it hurts too much. I'm hurting my body, that I'm going to die. That's my favorite one. I am going to die. And I literally believe I may die sometimes. And then I have to remind myself, this isn't truth. The truth is that I'm building strength in my body. The truth is that I am pushing my limits in order to build my body to be stronger. And these are all good things. So I want to use squats as an example. When I first started doing my water squats, I was between 20 and 30, and 20 to 30 was a lot because I had to like pull in my core in order to do the squat. I was out a little bit deeper in the pool. I was coming down so to the 90-degree angle between the knees and the butt, which was perfect. And then I started feeling a little bit stronger. And so my love actually joined me at the pool one day, and he was counting out my squats. And that was the day I learned he couldn't count. When I was on 10, he was on 4. And so we played this game for a little while, and until he got to 50 finally. I had done way more than 50 squats, and my body hurt. My butt muscles were sore. My legs were like vibrating back and forth, and I'm like, oh my goodness, like what did I just do? And my body was screaming at me. And so I went out to the deeper end of the pool, and I just treaded water for a little while, and allowed my body to start to relax. And I find treading very relaxing for my body. And pretty soon I realized, actually, I don't hurt that bad. Now that I've shaken it off, I'm doing okay. And so then I was like, the next day that I was working out, it's like, fine, I can do 50 squats. And I did 50 squats. And then pretty soon I was like, 50 squats was good, but I've done another 15 minutes of other exercise. I'm going to go do another round of 50 squats. I'm going to see if I can push my body to 100 squats. And I did another 50 squats. And it hurt. And for a few days afterwards, I felt the burn. Like my butt muscles were screaming at me loudly, is a good way of putting it. But as loud as they were screaming, I had this sense of pride, this sense of accomplishment, because I had done 100 squats. And that was something that, a year ago, I couldn't even imagine that I would have gotten to a point where I could do 100 squats. So that's fine. We're now, I don't know, like 3 weeks past that whole part of my journey. And this past week, my workout buddy challenged me to do 5 minutes of squats and to find out like how many squats that was. Like instead of counting down 50, going and doing more and coming back and doing another 50, just do 5 minutes. Well, what I learned is 5 minutes is about 135 squats for me, all in a row. And that my legs and my ass muscles burned pretty damn good. But I did it, and it felt amazing. And getting out of the pool is always hard because, like I work out hard when I'm in there. I raise my heart rate. I'm sure if I was on land, I would have been sweating. But I go in and I work out hard. And I push my body beyond what I think it can do. And when my mind starts saying, I can't do this, you're going to die, stop, you're hurting yourself. The first thing I do is I check in with my body, like literally check in with my body. If my body actually if it's just uncomfortable because it's working muscles that I haven't worked for a while, or I'm working muscles that I've worked, but I'm working them harder, then I keep going. If it's sometime that I'm actually causing myself pain, then I stop. It's important that I listen to my body, but it's also important that I push my mind past where it thinks it can go. A good example is we have this arm exercise we do where we're in the water and we come out and we come and cross over. That one hurts. It hurts so bad. Like I'm sure I'm going to die every time. The use of pushing the water through my arms and the resistance that is there. It's by far the best arm exercise I've ever done in my entire life. But it hurts. And so, couple weeks ago, I was in the pool and my body was already sore before I got into the pool. And that happens sometimes. But I started doing the exercise and I realized that I was actually causing myself physical harm. And so when I checked in with my body to see if it was cramping out of resistance, and because sometimes it will, or if it was cramping because it was really too much for me, I had to realize, yes, it was really too much for me. And so for that day, I stopped. But when I went back the next day, I did that exercise and it felt amazing. So checking with your body every time, make sure it is mind resistance that you're facing and not literal body resistance. And then if it's mind resistance, find a way to assure yourself that one, you're not going to die, and two, that this is going to feel amazing when you're done. And sometimes the amazing feeling is the sense of accomplishment. And sometimes it's the burning, vibrating leg and ass muscles going, oh my God, I cannot believe I just did 135 squats in 5 minutes. Yeah. So I'm getting ready to up my exercise again. I haven't decided if I'm going to start doing just 2 cycles of my 5 minute intervals, or if I'm just going to try to up it to 8 minutes intervals instead. I will let you know in the future what it is that I've decided. Ultimately, I would like to get up to doing 10-minute intervals of each of my exercises. And these exercises work my entire body. They work my arms, they work my abs, they work my legs. Um, they they do a lot of core. There's quite a bit of core stuff in it, which is really important for me because I do want to get back to the pole dancing and being strong enough to do that. And that's the one thing that the doctors have told me is 8 to 12 months out from where I am, unless I start building my core muscles now. So that's it for tonight. I just wanted to share with you a bit of my journey and talk to you a little bit about finding the resistance, whether it's in your mind or whether it's in your body, honoring your body to say, okay, I need to stop, or telling your mind, no, it's safe. We're going to keep moving forward. This change is good. That's it for me tonight, guys. Stay safe, be good to one another, and love your body a little more each day.